Hey, how's it going? It's Sophia here from Zen Guidance. I hope all is well with you today, and thank you for clicking on this pick a card reading. So in this video, we're going to be looking at your 2025 predictions. Okay, so what's going to be happening in this year of 2025. So all you need to do to find out is choose one of the three images or the numbers on your screen. Feel free to pause the video here if you need some time. And once you've made your choice, you can go to the description box below where you'll find the corresponding timestamps to your chosen pile. And you'll also find the link to my website, so if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, that's where you'll find all the information. Okay, so let's get into your reading now. Click the timestamp and I'll see you there. Hi Group 1! So let's take a look at what the year 2025 has in store for you. Okay, what does the year 2025 have in store for you? That was interesting. The Uranus card tried to jump out there, but it didn't quite fly out. But that is kind of unexpected Aquarian energy. So I do feel that there are going to be some unexpected changes happening this year. Changes that you don't see coming, okay? But anyway, let's get some full clarity on this for you. What does the year 2025 have in store for you, Group 1? Okay, so we have opposition as a first card. That's a very interesting one to come out first. Okay, but let's get some more information. Okay, then we have Pisces. Capricorn. And we'll just get one more. And the South Node. Okay, so group number 1. Your 2025. Now, I feel like starting here with this Capricorn energy because I feel like this is connected to your work, to your career, okay? I feel like you are going to be very career driven this year, okay? I feel like you are going to be very focused on whether it's your current career or whether this is getting a new job, okay? You could be putting in a lot of time, a lot of effort into the existing one you have or into getting a new one, okay? Career definitely is a very strong focus. Now, it may be about you achieving certain heights within your career, leveling up, getting a promotion, or starting a business. But this may be more money focused for you. It may be that you have certain goals that you need to save for or that you need a higher level of income for. Okay, so it may be that that's the dominant reason behind you focusing on your career is actually based off of those financial goals that you have. Okay, but I do feel like you're going to have a very strong energy and drive about you this year. Okay, you are not going to be giving up. Okay, no matter what comes your way or what obstacles you face, you will be overcoming them. You will be pushing through, feeling you have to keep going because for what you want in your life, I feel like you've come to this realization that no one's just going to hand it to you. You are the one that has to get the ball rolling. You are the one that has to have consistency, that has to push forwards in order to achieve what you desire. And so I feel like you are going to have a lot of this gusto and energy to focus your attention, focus your drive into very positive places, which I feel is going to manifest very beautifully for you. Okay. So I definitely see you're going to achieve a lot of financial abundance. I feel like you're going to achieve a lot of success within your career. And I feel like you're going to feel very satisfied and very proud of yourself for this group 1. Okay, I see this kind of shining, confident energy that exudes from you based off of all of the action that you take, because that's where true confidence really shines. It comes from within you when you action those things that you need to do or that you feel you want to do. Okay, it's not, we can get superficial confidence from other people's attention, validation, compliments. And of course, it always feels nice. But the real true confidence that shines from within is what you do for yourself. Okay, and what you achieve for yourself. How proud you feel of yourself. I feel like it's going to be the biggest step forwards for you. Now we have this South Node energy here. So there's a connection to your past that is returning as well this year. Okay, so this could be a romantic partner. Okay, could be, I kind of get the sense that it is a romantic partner, somebody that you've known before, you've been with before. Maybe you were in a relationship or a situationship. Okay, but I feel like there is this person returning. Now, of course, it's your free will what you want to do. For some of you, you might be saying, I don't care about the past. I don't want anybody from my past. And that's okay. You don't have to do anything with it. But the fact that it's coming through here shows that it's going to be quite a dominant force here within your year. Okay, something about connecting to your past. So maybe as well, this is all types of other connections as well as romantic ones, where maybe you'll meet up with old friends, or maybe reconnect with family members you haven't seen for a long time, or maybe even returning to an old career, something that you used to do, okay, that you like dip back into in this year. Okay, so I feel like this is going to be a very positive influence though, this revisiting of the past. I feel like it's going to make you feel very strong. Now we do have the confrontation, opposition energy, which is two planets in astrology that are opposing each other. Okay, so there can be that energy of confliction, and also confrontation. If you think about a boxing ring, you've got the two boxers that stand opposite each other, but they're like magnets. Okay, they're there to fight each other, but they're also drawn together because they can't fight unless they come together and start throwing punches. So I feel like you and this other person are going to be drawn together very closely, but then when you may get close, you may feel that there is a bit of friction. It may be that there are still old wounds or issues that need to be resolved here between the two of you. Okay, if of course you want to take this relationship or connection to the next level. Okay, so it does feel like the strongest, there's, like I said, you might have multiple different people coming in from the past, but there's one in particular here, which I feel like, again, you two will be drawn together electrically. It feels like it's just this chemical reaction almost, where you just feel like you can't help but get close to each other. And maybe you even run into each other in serendipity, okay? Like you don't plan to see each other, but you bump into each other and then sparks start flying. Okay, but it feels like there's a lot of lessons to learn here from this connection. Okay, but I will get more information on this as we move forwards. But now we also have Pisces. So Pisces is that very dreamy, imaginative sign. It's very creative. So I feel like you are going to be very connected to your creativity this year as well. So if there's a creative hobby that you have, or maybe it's connected to your career, maybe even connected to your home, okay? I feel like you're going to be doing a lot of creative things with your hands. Something with your hands is coming through strongly here. But also in your mind, I'm seeing you being a visionary. Okay, and I feel like this is how you are anyway. I feel like you see the beauty in things, and I feel like you can, like anything you touch just has that beautiful finish to it. And I feel like that's going to also be very prominent for you this year. But I also feel like you're going to be very connected to your spirituality in this year. You may have a spiritual awakening. Okay, maybe there's something that you pick up in terms of a spiritual practice. Okay, but I also feel like you are going to feel quite sensitive at times. Like there's quite a nice combination here of this diligent, practical energy of Capricorn, but also this very soft, sensitive, flowing side of Pisces. Okay, because I feel like in the areas that you don't feel like you have so much control in, I feel like you're just going to allow yourself to flow like water. Whereas the elements of your life where you do feel you have control, I feel like you're going to be taking the bull by the horns. You are taking the reins and moving forwards in your life. Okay, but in those areas, like say the weather or other people and their feelings, I don't feel like you're going to get too twisted up in them this year. I feel like you're just going to be like, you know, whatever happens, happens. It is what it is. These are the types of sayings I feel like you're going to be telling yourself this year. Okay, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. I trust in the divine timing of everything. Okay, so I feel like that's a very healthy outlook for you to have. And I also feel like it's going to help you in manifesting certain things into your life by detaching from the end outcome and results. Okay, and I just feel like I've got a lot of energy in this reading as well. It definitely feels energized. You're going to be completing and getting a lot of things done, okay? Especially if the previous years or last year was a little bit slower. You don't feel like you got so much done. Maybe you had a lot of different upheavals or things to contend with. But this year, it's like There's no holding you back. There is no stopping you, okay? Because again, you are a powerful force to be reckoned with. Okay, then we've got cornucopia. So yeah, I feel like you are going to be attracting in a lot of abundance. Even though this cornucopia is reversed, I feel like this is you actually looking at your past. Okay, this is connected to the past, the lack that you were receiving in the past or feeling. So again, I really feel like it's connected to the previous year, 2024, more than anything, where you may even be at this stage of life, or you've reached a certain age and you're like, you know what, I need to be further than where I am, or I need to be doing more, or it's like you've just got this fire that's lit up within you that causes you to reach towards what you want, to reach towards this growth, this abundance. Okay, so sometimes it's good when you feel that energy of lack. It helps to point you in the right direction of what you want. Okay, now of course you don't want to stay in the energy of lack, because then you will keep attracting more lack into your life. Okay, but I feel like it's going to be a bit of an awakening for you. You're going to see those gaps in your life that don't feel fulfilling, or you feel like, okay, these are the things that I need to focus on. These are the things that I need in order to bring me joy. Okay. Okay, and then the sun. Interesting as well, being reversed too with the cornucopia. I feel like you're not going to be as focused on just being happy and coasting this year, okay? But I feel like this is about you thinking about your long-term happiness, not instant gratification, which again may be something you were more focused on before. You know, just feeling good in the now all the time. Like, okay, I'll have that chocolate bar now, or I'll smoke that cigarette, or I'll drink that alcoholic drink, that glass of wine or this beer. I will, do those things in the immediate that will make me feel good, but then may not make you feel good later on. Okay, or I'll spend my money on this, frivolously, okay? Or I'll send that text even though I know I shouldn't. But I feel like this year you're going to have more self-restraint, more self-control. And again, you may not be focused on how you feel in terms of happiness in that moment. But again, I feel like you're going to look forwards. You're going to be like, yeah, you know what, in the future, this is what I want. This is what's going to make me happy in the long term. So even though I may have to push through, sometimes it'll be a struggle to work through that, but I know I'll be happier in the end. Okay, so yeah, I definitely see you delaying that sense of instant gratification. And then we have the first chakra, Archangel Michael. Okay, so the root chakra, and then we have journey. Okay, so yes, you are going to be very much focused on the physical, okay? Again, the root connects to money, it connects to physical health, it connects to self-esteem. So yes, I feel like you're going to be doing all of those things this year that are going to make you feel good for the long term. And again, it's going to give you that sense of satisfaction. Again, it won't give you that sense of instant gratification, but it'll give you the sense of a long-term gratification. You're going to feel really proud of yourself. And you should feel proud of yourself, Group 1, because you are overcoming a lot here. You are achieving a lot of things. Even though you have these obstacles, you have to jump over these hurdles that seem, and at times quite high. But it's like the higher the hurdle you overcome, the better you feel about it. Okay, so your self-esteem is going to rise tremendously this year. Again, your confidence is going to rise tremendously. By the end of this year, I feel like you won't even recognize yourself. Your boundaries are going to be incredibly strong, okay? You're not people-pleasing your way through this year, okay? You are doing what you need to do in order to make you happy for the long term, okay? So you may take up a new fitness routine. You may really focus on your physical health, your diet, your exercise, okay? Again, those things that you're putting into your body that make you feel a particular way, because food has different vibrations, okay? It makes us feel differently depending on what it is we're eating, how much we're eating, and then how much exercise we're doing on the side. So yeah, you're definitely going to be on the move. For some of you may even be training for a marathon, I just heard. Okay, so you might be training for the London Marathon or the New York Marathon. Those are the main ones that I actually know, but of course there are marathons all over the world. But Yeah, it may be a marathon that you are training for or something like that. It could be some other form of competition, or maybe even being in competition with yourself, okay? That you're saying, you know what, I'm going to do better than I did last year. I'm going to reach higher goals than I did last year, okay? Whether it's in a sport, whether it's at the gym, like I'm going to beat my last time, or I'm going to lift these heavier weights, okay? You're definitely going to be very, again, self-driven, okay? Focused on your physical goals, focused on your money, focusing on all of those things that are going to make you feel good in the long term. Now, I also feel like you're going to be doing some traveling, okay, with Journey. Now, you may be traveling on a few holidays, okay, but you may also be relocating somewhere, okay? You may be moving homes, whether it's somewhere local to you and you're just elevating in your home, you're getting somewhere bigger or somewhere more modern or somewhere that you prefer, or you are, moving a bit further afield, okay? Depending on what it is you desire, you may not know about this right now. You may not think that you want to move just yet, but I definitely feel like there's a move on the cards, literally here, okay? You are moving. I feel that for the majority of you, you are going to be going on holidays and moving house, okay? But it may be one or the other, okay? Obviously, depending on how many people are watching this reading. Okay, but let's see what else is going to be happening for you in 2025. What else is going to be happening for you? Okay, so we've got Guardian Angel. You are not alone. Okay, so I do feel like this is a really strong protective message for you to let you know that everything that you're going through, you are not alone. Okay, you do have spiritual protection all around you, and that makes sense with Pisces as well. Okay, Pisces is very spiritual and very protective. So yeah, you are going to be feeling that energy of protection. And remember that phrase, rejection is protection. Okay, so anything that comes your way that doesn't serve you, you'll be letting it go. Okay, so I feel like you're going to be doing the rejecting, not the other way around. I don't see you being in that energy of being rejected. I just feel like you are going to be turning away from anything or anyone that no longer serves you. And then look, we've got Fire Guardian, ignite your passions. So there it is, ignite your passions. You are going to be igniting what you feel positive about, what you feel excited about. This move, okay, these holidays, these trips away, I feel like this is what you're really aiming for as well. This is what will get you through some of the more challenging times. These moves, I really feel like it's a big move for you. So you're either moving somewhere by the end of this year, or by the end of this year, you will be planning a move. Okay, you will have put the wheels in motion. You will have signed a lease. You will have decided where you want to be. Okay, you may even decide you manifest this at the beginning of this year. Okay, and you're saying to yourself, you know what, this is what I'm going to do. This is where I'm going to be. And I'm going to make it happen. Okay, I'm also sensing a new car for some of you. Okay, you may be purchasing a car. You might be getting an upgrade. Yeah, definitely car energy is coming through here as well for you. Okay, then we've got success and growth. So yes, you are going to be very successful. Financially, I feel like you are going to feel abundant. There is a lot of money coming in your way. It could even be a windfall. You may win some money. Okay, for some of you that could be the case, but I feel for most of you here, you are working towards this. You are putting in the time and the effort, and you are being rewarded. Okay, time equals money. You're putting in the time and you are getting that money. You are getting paid this year, and you are also being recognized this year for the work that you're doing. Okay, on your physical body as well as your career, but also your internal growth. I feel like everybody around you is going to notice how much more confident you are going to notice how much stronger your boundaries are. You are going to be attracting more people towards you like a magnet. Okay, and this is where I feel like you're going to be able to turn so many people down, because you're going to have many, many choices. Okay, you're going to have people trying to return from your past, but you'll also have new people trying to enter your life. And so it's like you're going to be having the pick. You're going to be like, okay, I could have you, or I could have you. I could do what I like. So you're going to be in that wonderful place where you get to decide. You're not just going to be with somebody because you have to be, or because that's the only choice you have. You are going to choose who you want to be with. Okay, because you don't need anybody. You're so self-sufficient and so driven this year that anybody that you're spending time with outside of work, outside of your health and your other activities, will be somebody that you truly enjoy spending time with. Okay, so I think this is a really beautiful place for you to be in, Group 1. Really, really amazing. Okay, then we've got change your focus. Yeah, so you are letting go of pain here from your past this year, okay? You are changing your focus from lack, from sadness, from depression, from loss, to gain, to wisdom, to growth, to success, to abundance, okay? This is like night and day. So if you had a really tough year the year before, just know this year's going to be nothing like it, okay? You are going to be thriving in the year 2025. You really are. Okay, then we have this coming together, which is interesting with it being in reverse. Okay, so this is a mutual connection. There's a mutual love connection here. But there may be a distance between you. This could be a long distance connection that you're going to be in, okay? Because I feel like emotionally you're going to be very closely connected to somebody, but then physically I feel like there's some distance. So that may be what this relocation is connected to, okay? You may relocate to be with this person, okay? To live with this person, to be together, okay? So that could be what that represents for you. Okay, but this may also be that you're still processing a breakup that happened last year. But let me just get some more information on this coming together, please. Please give some more information about this coming together. Okay, so we've got clarity of belief. Okay, so you are going to have a greater understanding about your love relationships in 2025. Okay, and about this particular relationship, this is truth. This is knowledge. This is wisdom. This is an understanding that you didn't have previously. Okay, so I feel like this is strong communication. This is the truth coming to light. So if you were left feeling confused, I really feel like this is about someone in the past. This is about somebody you've been with before, okay? You've connected to before. And I feel like it ended in a way that left you confused, left you not really understanding what happened, left you in the dark. But you're not going to feel like this anymore, okay, about this particular situation. You are going to understand exactly why and what happened, okay? And I feel like you are going to have that energy of closure because of this. And then believe and succeed. There's so much success coming through here. And I feel like this will then give you that boost. Like I said, I feel like you may come back together with this person. Again, it's going to be your free will. This person is going to want you back, okay? This person is going to try to get you back, Group 1, okay? They're going to come in. They're going to be honest with you. They're going to be more upfront. They're going to try to get you back. Now, it could go either way. This really depends on what you want, okay? You may end up back together with this person. If you want it to happen, it will happen, okay? But you may decide too much water has gone under the bridge now. And you may actually be incredibly busy. You may not feel like you actually have time for this person anymore. Okay, so again, will be your free will what you do as and when this person returns. But they are returning. Okay, there's a very strong connection coming through that's going to return. But like I said, there's going to be more than one, okay? You're going to have more than one person come back, and you're also going to have new people, okay? Because this is like all of this attention you're going to get with this Believe and Succeed. You're going to be having lots of different offers. So I feel like you're going to take your time. You're not going to rush into this. You're not going to rush back to this person just because they decide they want you now. Doesn't mean that you decide you want them. I think you're just going to be like, oh, great. I'm glad you've come back, but I need to think about this. Or I'm really, really busy. I've got things to do. Okay. So you're coming from a position of power and great strength this year. Okay. Then we've got the Tower. So we've got more Aries, more passion coming through here. Okay, then we've got Father of Pentacles, Two of Wands, Oh my God, the Six of Wands. Again, the believe and succeed. This is the same energy and the same as journey. So again, so much about travel is going to be happening this year. So much about travel, so much about personal and professional success. Success in your career, success in your relationships, success in your own sense of achievement, accomplishments, and self-confidence. Okay, it's coming. Now, again, I feel like you are going to be indecisive about whether you should get back together with this person. Okay, I don't feel like you're going to know straight away. Again, I feel like it's because you've got these other options and because you've got a really full life. Okay, so you're going to be wondering, do I really want to go down that road again? You won't be too sure. Okay, but especially because I feel like it really rocked the boat before. And I keep using boat analogies for you. So I don't know if you're going to be going on a boat or connecting with like boats, crossing water, ferries, cruise ships, yachts. Okay, so you might be going on a yacht trip or something fancy like that, just as a bonus message. But yeah, I feel like there's a part of you that is afraid to get back into this because everything's going so well for you. So you don't want there to be any upheaval and issues. So I feel like you may hold back. Okay, you're going to, like I said, feel a little bit indecisive. You won't be too sure whether you can progress with this relationship. But again, it will be on your terms ultimately. Okay, you'll be the decider. You will be the one to reject if you decide that, or to dump. You will be the dumper rather than the dumpee. Okay, this year as a whole. Now, we also have this Father or King of Pentacles. So it's a strong masculine energy coming through here. It could be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So this could be somebody new that's coming in. Okay, I don't feel like it's this person from the past though. For some of you, it might be. But I'm kind of getting that this is either new energy or it could actually be a father, your father or a father figure. Okay, somebody that is there to guide you. Somebody that is there to offer support. Okay, whether it's intellectual support, emotional support, or financial support. Okay, there is a strong masculine energy coming through here that will be offering a lot of their support to you in this year 2025. So to finalize this now, let's get some fishbowl messages. So let's take a look. Group number 1, your year 2025, what's going to be happening for you? Let's see. So we've got missing. I feel like this will be you kind of missing in action. Like you're going to be so busy that some people are going to be like, where did you go? Where did group 1 go? They're so busy this year. I can't get hold of them. We've got technology. So you might be very focused on technology this year. Maybe that's an area that you work within. Okay, maybe it's something you're going to be connected to within your job. Obviously, I'd say most jobs these days are probably connect to technology, but maybe this is even to do with social media, for example. Okay, but yeah, technology is going to be a very strong focus for you in this year. Okay, so maybe even just like making your life easier, like the process of things easier. You might be, adopting new technological strategies that help you to achieve in some way. Okay, we've got almost there. Stay present. Vet and animal care, behind the scenes, and the power is in your hands. Makes perfect sense, that doesn't it? The power is in your hands completely this year. You are the one in control of your life completely. I mean, at all times, but especially in this year. Okay, you are. Now, you may have to take a pet to the vet. Okay, whether it's just an annual checkup, it could be something along those lines. Maybe if you don't have a pet, maybe you'll be getting a pet this year, or you may be bringing in a new pet into your life. Okay, or you may have a very strong connection to animals. Maybe that's what you're also spending a lot of time connected to, is animals this year. Now we've got almost there and stay present. So yeah, I feel like by the end of this year, you're going to feel like you've accomplished nearly all of your goals, okay? Maybe not all of the sort of 5-year, 10-year plan ones. Maybe there's still ones that you feel like, are longer. But as a whole, I feel like you're going to feel like you're really close to achieving pretty much all that you want. You're going to achieve a lot more than you realize this year. You are. And I feel like you are going to be very focused on the present moment. When you're not focused on building your future, you're going to be in the present. You're not going to be focused on the past. Okay. I feel like you're going to find your peace and your strength within the present moment, and also working behind the scenes. Okay, hence why I feel like you're going to be missing at times. People, like I said, are going to wonder where you are, what you've got up to. You may be a little bit MIA on social media, for example, especially if you're somebody that posts a lot. You might sort of back away from that, or you may just, like I said, be working extra hours, or being in the gym a lot, or traveling a lot. And so it's like a lot of things that you're doing. I feel like not everybody's going to be seeing that or seeing the fruits of your labor straight away. I feel like it's all of the stuff that you're doing behind the curtain, okay, that will then be revealed later on. I feel like by the end of the year, or by next year, 2026, a lot of people that know you are going to see what you've done, are going to see what you've achieved, okay? The people that really know you closely, will see, okay? But everybody else, I feel like, won't have a clue about how hard you've been working and all of the things you've achieved. It's like, well, they say sometimes to work in silence. It's like they say, go away, disappear for 6 months, okay? Work on yourself, do all of those things you've been procrastinating on, work on it, and then reappear as this evolved version of yourself. And that's the energy that I see you being in this year, 2025, group number 1. So I really do hope that this has resonated with you. I'd love to know what you think. So please comment a red emoji, any of your choice, if this made sense, or anything else you wish to share. I would love to know your thoughts. And if you did enjoy this reading today, please give the video a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, as it does show your energetic support. And if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, the link to my website is below. I offer email readings and video readings, and I also offer 12-month prediction readings via video. So that could be a really great one if you want some in-depth information about how your year ahead is going to go. And you can book this at any time. It doesn't have to be January. It could be at any point of the year. It's just a 12-month prediction. So feel free to check out all of my products and services. Okay, I do hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Bye for now. Hi, Group 2. So let's take a look at your... Hi, Group 2. So let's take a look at your 2025 predictions. Okay, what is going to be happening for you in the year 2025? Okay, let's take a look. Oh, okay, we've got 3rd house, messages. Okay, so there's going to be a lot of mercurial energy for you in this year, which means a lot of communication, a lot of thinking, intellectualness. That's not a word, but we'll go with it. Okay, we have Aries, so action. Oh, and the 9th house, exploration. So there's a lot of energy coming through for you in this year. Oh, and then solar flares activate. So group number 2. There's, definitely a mixed bag of things coming through for you this year. So there is going to be lots of travel. Okay, I feel like you are going to be traveling far and wide, traveling to many different places. Okay, I feel like these are going to be long distance places as well as short distance, because Mercury, or the 3rd house, connects to short distance travel. So you may be traveling around to a lot of places in your local area, but also this 9th house is long distance. Okay, so I feel like you're going to be on the move, okay, with Aries here as well, and the solar flares. There is activation happening in these particular areas of life. So yeah, you're going to be a bit like a nomad this year. So you may even be moving house maybe more than once. You may be moving to multiple different locations. For some of you, maybe you're actually going on like a long, like backpacking type of trip. Even if backpacking, that kind of thing isn't for you, but maybe you are traveling to multiple locations far away. Okay, or multiple different holidays, or again, a mixture of short distance trips and long distance trips. Okay, so if you have a car, okay, I feel like you'll be driving a lot in your car. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of trips in the car this year. Now, this might be your car, it could be somebody else's. If you don't have a car, this may be the year that you get a car, okay? And that you start driving, because I definitely see a lot of movement. And with Aries here as well, I feel like this is also your physical body is going to be moving a lot. You are going to be taking a lot of action. Now, Aries is a cardinal sign, which is about creation. Okay, so you are going to be creating a lot of things in your life. You are going to be the initiator, getting the ball rolling. So you are going to be the one taking charge of your life, taking the lead, taking a main character role, okay, when it comes to your life and the things that you want and the things that you want to do. You will be moving forwards with them. I feel like you have a lot of plans for this year, and I feel like you are going to be actioning them. Okay, this is definitely not going to be a year of rest. It's going to be a year of movement. Okay, and a lot of this activation. So I do also feel like you're going to be learning a lot. So maybe you're going to be studying this year, taking on a new study, or continuing with studies that you've been doing already, some furthering your education. Okay, I definitely see a lot of higher learning and knowledge you're going to be acquiring this year. But I also see you being very chatty. I'm seeing a lot of chat, a lot of yapping going on. Okay, so I feel like it's a mixture of online communication as well as in-person communication, because we've got technology here as well as that actionable in-person chat. Okay, I definitely see a lot of this going on for you. So yeah, you're not going to have that much time to rest, but I feel like you'll enjoy this. Okay, even if you've had a very busy previous year or something, I still feel like you're going to really, really thrive this year with all of this action you're going to be taking. Okay, and all of this movement. I feel like the movement is going to be really good for you, because I feel like previous to this year, you may have been stagnant. Maybe you feel stuck in a rut, or that you've just been going around in circles. Not a lot has really been changing. But this year is the year of change, okay? And actually, yeah, that makes sense, because it's 2025, and 5 is the number of change and movement. 4 is the number of stability and security and home and family. So this year is going to be all about exploration, okay? Traveling, setting your sights far and wide. I feel like you're going to have a lot of big goals, okay? Things that may feel unmanageable at times or may feel unreachable, but you are going to reach them this year. Just know that, group number 2. You are going to reach a lot of these goals that you have set out for yourself. Okay, then we have the thinking man. So again, more intellectual energy coming through here. So yeah, I feel like you're going to be having a lot of intellectual conversations. And I am seeing this man coming through here for you. So this could be a new romantic partner. Okay, it could also be a friend, okay, or a family member. But I'm just getting kind of a romantic sense from this person. Now, they could be an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini, or you may just feel that you have a really strong intellectual connection with them, where you can talk about ideas, you can talk about world news, or you can talk about your education or your travels, okay? Things that really inspire you, things that really ignite your passions, okay? So yeah, definitely there's not a drop of boring energy coming through here at all for you. So again, if that's something you were experiencing previously, it is going to be flipping on its head for this year 2025. Now we also have the sixth chakra. Now it's interesting, I never mix those two up. I don't think I've ever mixed up the chakras and houses before. So it may be that was an intuitive slip. Okay, so it may be that the 6th house is going to also be activated for you, which is the house of Virgo, which connects to your routine, the things you do on a daily basis, which obviously will include your work. It'll include, the things you do to take care of your health. It'll include, of course, conversations, meeting up with friends and family and lovers. So I do feel your routine is definitely going to be taking a different step, okay? You're going to be going on a new path. Your routine is going to look very, very different from how it did last year, okay? Now, I also feel like your intuition is going to be on fire, okay? You are going to be very, very in tune with your gut instinct, okay? And following that, following your inner guidance, following your spiritual guidance. I feel like you're also going to be having a lot of visions this year. You're going to be seeing things very clearly. Okay, I feel like you'll also be having a lot of intense dreams, and these dreams may even be premonitions, okay? Or you may get inspiration from these dreams, whether these are night dreams or they may be even visions that come to you in the middle of the day, okay? But yes, this chakra is highly activated, and it's interesting because we have all of this air, which is that upper chakra activation. So again, your mind, your communication, but also your instincts, your intuition. I feel like I'm talking really fast as well. For some of you, you might have like Mercury Aries or something, or maybe you've got Mars connecting to your natal Mercury or something. But I don't usually speak this fast. Well, I don't think I do, but I don't know. I just feel things are just moving very quickly. So I also feel that that would make sense that things in your life are going to be moving very quickly in this year. Oh, okay. Then we have a man holding a coin. So we've got two masculine energies coming through here. Okay, so you may have a couple of different people coming in to assist you, okay, or that you may get to choose from romantically. Okay, we've got a strong earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, as well as this airy connection, this intellectual connection. So it may be that you meet somebody through your work, okay, or someone that connects with your finances. Maybe they also help you to feel inspired with ideas, okay. Could even be a father type of figure. That's what I'm getting from that man. So it could even be somebody older than you. I'm definitely getting like, this feels like an older man and then a slightly younger man. So they may not be younger than you or older than you, but I'm seeing a significant age difference in these two males coming through. So yeah, I feel like you're going to be inspired and getting different things from each of these two different people, okay? Which makes sense actually with that Mercury, which is Gemini energy, the flipping between the two. So maybe you'll even have these two people you'll be juggling for a while, or you'll be trying to decide between. Oh, okay, then we've got hostilities. So that could feel like a bit uncomfortable. Okay, the hostilities can be, yeah, feeling a little hostile, feeling like you've got your walls up, your boundaries up, although everything else that's come through has felt very free, has felt very open in that way. So it may be that there is a particular area of your life, maybe it is romance, okay, where you feel like you have your walls up, you have very strong boundaries, okay. I just get the sense you're going to be very strong about who you let into your life in this year, okay. Maybe even who you let back into your life. So if somebody from your past tries to re-enter, you may like say, hold on, stop it right there. You're not coming any further, okay? You do not have the code to get into this building, okay? That's the energy that I get from you. So you may be very, very careful about all of the energies that you let into your life this year, because you have such a drive and a focus about what you want to achieve. And I just feel like you don't want to be negatively distracted or impacted by other people's energies. Okay, so again, you're coming across as very, very strong, but again, maybe this is also very protective. You're going to be very protective over your energy, your autonomy, your space even. Maybe this is even part of you putting some distance between you and certain individuals this year, okay? Physical distance, like actually changing locations. I feel like you're going to be so on the move. It's like catch me if you can. Okay, so then we have Goddess of the Moon. And the third chakra. Okay. It's definitely giving me very similar energy to Group 1's reading. Definitely picking up some similarities here. So if you were drawn to Group 1's, you may find some similarities, something interesting in there, some further insights if you did feel drawn to it. But yeah, I just feel like your confidence is going to be skyrocketing this year, okay? You are going to be feeling, I feel like this is more about who you are. You're going to feel more yourself this year, because maybe previously you felt lost. You may have felt like you were struggling with your identity. You may have been trying to change yourself, or, trying to fit into a certain mold that just wasn't you. And maybe you tried it out, see if it fits, and you just feel like, you know what, now it's just not working. It's just not working for me anymore. I need to be who I am. I need to connect with who I am on the inside. Okay, and I feel like this could even be like, for example, your hair color. So say you're a natural brunette and you dye your hair blonde a lot. You may decide to go back to brunette this year. Okay, I know that's quite a superficial example, but it's just what came through to me. Okay, so you may decide, you know what, I just want to focus on me. And you know what it's like when you dye your hair blonde, it can get, I mean, and I know I've been brunette, blonde many, many times over. And yeah, the difference, I mean, I love the feeling, I love the look of it being blonde or sort of a golden blonde, but then I miss the how my hair feels when it's brunette. It feels so much softer and so much healthier. Now that's just for me personally. Some of you blondies out there, obviously natural blondes is different, but any of you that dye your hair blonde, it's amazing. Some blondes can really, you know, they can go blonde and maintain the health and integrity of their hair really well. And other people, not so much. But I feel like it's because my hair's quite thick and very dark naturally, so I have to really process it, probably over process it to get it there. So yeah, it can feel a bit brittle and a bit frizzy. But anyway, enough about hair. But the point is, it's like, I feel like whatever this change, I feel like you're kind of going back to your roots, okay, to who you are, to what feels authentic to you in many different ways. Okay, so maybe this is again connecting or losing connection with people that you just no longer see eye to eye with. You know how the saying, people come into our lives for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. And you may be identifying certain connections in your life that you now see that they were supposed to be fleeting. They weren't supposed to stay. They were meant to move on. You were meant to move on because you were meant to connect more with yourself. Sometimes it's like, again, you need a change. You need to almost step away from who you are in order to check back in with yourself. Okay, sometimes you need that drastic change to realize, to catalyze that part of yourself that's like, yeah, you know what, I miss the old me, or I miss, you know, my old friends or the people that really understand me, or, you know, I miss maybe even an ex, okay, that really got me. So yeah, regardless, I feel like you're definitely going to be shining. And I do feel a lot of eyes are going to be on you as well, because it's like your aura is shifting here this year. You're going to be shifting your overall energy field, and people are going to be picking up on that and feeling magnetized to you because of it. Beautiful. Now we have a contract. Okay. So this could represent a couple of different areas here. This could be a new job contract you're signing. This could be a new car lease, a new home lease. This could also be a relationship contract, okay? For some of you, you may get engaged. You may get married this year, okay? Especially if this is something you've been talking about with your lover or partner, or even if you don't have a partner, it might be something you've been manifesting. Because the thing is, you never know. So much can change in a year. You could be married within a year, even if you're single. So yeah, I feel like there are definitely these very big changes where there's going to be some sort of paperwork or contract that is offered or that you will sign, okay? So let's take a look at the Wisdom Oracle here. What else is going to be happening for you in this year 2025? Okay, so we have why, but then we also have the book here. So yeah, again, I feel like there's some form of study happening, okay? Or maybe you're even going to like just be reading more books this year. Okay, maybe you have a stack of books on your shelf that you haven't got around to reading, and this is the year that you decide you're going to work your way through them, okay? And then we have Observer. Now it's interesting because it's like we have two telescopes here. So maybe you'll actually be doing some form of stargazing, but like I was saying, I do feel a lot of eyes are going to be on you this year, okay? I feel like this is more about other people watching your growth, watching your change. Maybe you're going to document it on social media, okay? Or maybe you'll disappear and come back this renewed version of yourself, okay? And then a lot of people are, I don't know, you just have this magnetism about you, group two, that I feel like other people are always intrigued to see what you're doing, what you're up to, where you're traveling to next. next, what you're studying next, what job you're in next, what relationship you're in. And I feel like people want to follow your journey, okay? So whether or not you feel comfortable to put it out there or whether you want to keep it private, I just feel like people are just not going to have enough. Like they always want to know what you're doing. They want a piece of you, which is why I also feel like you're going to be very protective of yourself, your boundaries and your energy, because you don't want other people to get to you in some way. You want to keep some form of privacy, autonomy, and not let other people's energy affect you in this way. Okay. Now it's funny, the word glow up kept coming into my head as I was shuffling these cards, and now we have the Empress here. So yeah, I definitely feel like you're going to be going through this physical glow up. Your hair is going to be shining, your skin is glowing, you're going to be dressing the best you've ever dressed. The way that you do your makeup, the jewelry that you wear, everything about the way you look, I feel like is taking a step up, okay? You're going to be looking extra glossy, just came through to me. That's not a word that I often say or think about really. So I do feel that was a channeled word that came through. So yeah, you're just going to be looking all shiny and new, like a shiny new penny. Okay, now the Empress can also connect to motherly instincts. So for some of you could be getting pregnant. Okay, don't worry if it's not something you want, something you don't want. Okay, because obviously you can mitigate those risks, take cautions, take protection. You may need to be extra protective because I feel like you're going to be extra fertile. And again, I feel like you're going to have a lot of attention and offers coming through. So if babies is not what you want this year, make sure you're taking those precautions. But yeah, it may be that you're connecting. If you already have children, you may be spending more time with them this year, okay? Maybe you have a bit more downtime, or maybe you'll be taking them on these trips or holidays, okay? Or maybe you'll just feel like you gain a closer bond, okay? Maybe you're already pregnant and you're going to be giving birth, okay? That could also be something coming through. I feel like it's growth though as well. So this might be an expansion of your family. So it could even be a partner you get together with has a child or children. So you may be blending your families, your energies together. So maybe you even take on a step parent role this year. Okay. But this could also be as well that you get closer to your own mother. Okay. You feel a closer bond to your own mother in this year 25. Now, I'm also really drawn in by the bunnies here. Okay, we've got these really sweet bunnies. So, yeah, maybe for some of you have pet bunnies. Maybe you'll be getting pet bunnies, or you might get a pet. Okay, you might receive a pet. Maybe you rescue one, or you purchase one. I don't know, but I'm seeing animals, seeing being very connected to animals and earthy energy. So this may even be connected to your garden. Maybe you'll spend more time in your garden or gardening. I'm also seeing a lot of flowers here. This kind of looks like a beautiful like gazebo archway. So again, this might be a wedding. Maybe you're going to be attending weddings. Maybe this is planning your own wedding this year. Okay, but you may also receive just as a whole lots of flowers. I'm definitely seeing this sort of beautifying feminine energy coming through. So maybe this is also adding a feminine touch to your home, or like if you're, a masculine energy watching this, maybe you'll have a feminine come in and beautify your life in some way. Okay, then we have the Five of Cups in reverse. So I feel like you're also getting over some form of pain or loss here. Okay, if you've gone through a breakup, or if there was a death or something that felt very painful for you, okay, that left you feeling hurt, that you had to pick up all the pieces. In this year, I feel like you are able to grieve better. You're able to, and better isn't probably the best word to use, because grieving it's not a linear process. It takes time. There are ebbs and flows, ups and downs, but either way, I feel like there's something about the way that you're processing things this year feels lighter, okay? I feel like you're going to definitely go through some healing, which will make you feel much better and more optimistic about your life moving forwards. Okay, then we've got the Ten of Wands in reverse. Nine of Cups. Seven of Cups and the World. Okay. So if you've had a lot of responsibilities on your shoulders. I feel like you're going to have less responsibilities in some way. So maybe even say you have a child or you get a pet, you may say you've got two jobs, you may stop one job. Okay, so you drop a responsibility, but then you may gain some other responsibilities. Or maybe you have children, maybe one of your children leaves home, okay, goes off to college or university, or goes off traveling if they're older. And then you may then have another child, okay, that comes along and kind of fills that space, okay. Obviously, it could happen in many different avenues, okay, but I feel like there's this release off of your shoulders, okay. It is a weight that's lifted. Like I said, there's a lighter area energy coming through here for you this year. So yeah, if you felt bogged down, you felt stressed with the weight of the world on your shoulders, this year you're not going to feel this way anymore, okay. Because I also feel like there's also a letting go. Maybe there were certain things you wished would happen last year, but then they didn't come to fruition. But then I feel like you're actually going to feel relieved this year. You're going to be like, actually, I'm glad that didn't happen, because maybe I wasn't ready for it, or it wasn't the right time. Okay. And so I feel like you're going to be less dreamy this year. I feel like maybe the previous year or years, you were, very dreamy, thinking about all of the things you wanted. And I feel like this year you're going to be more about taking that action, moving forwards, okay? Actually putting the wheels in motion. Okay, I'm just going to get the fishbowl messages. Where are they? And again, the world, we've got more travel. So definitely a lot of travel and a lot of connection maybe to people overseas. Okay. So your year 2025, group number 2, what's coming through? Okay. Wow, okay, so we've got today. So maybe you're watching this on the 1st of January, or it may be that some of these things are already started when you're watching this reading. It may be that whether this is just before 2025 begins, you may decide, you know what, I'm not going to wait until 2025. I'm just going to get going with these things today. I'm already making those steps. But you may notice maybe you receive some form of communication that points you in these directions today. Oh my God, text message arrives. Yeah, so there it is. So you may receive an important text message today. Okay, that again is in relation to these big leaps you're going to be taking in this year. Okay, but I also feel like there's going to be a lot of important communication that comes through text for you this year. Okay, of course you'll be having phone calls, emails, etc., but texting seems to be very, very key in some way for you. Okay, so we've got cleaner. So you may decide to do a big declutter, especially with all of this moving around. Like you may feel like it's the best way for you to maybe even manifest. Like say you want to move house, but you don't know when or how it's going to happen. You could actually do a declutter of your house. That's great manifestation, because whenever you move, it's always a lot easier to move when you have less stuff or when things are clean and tidy and easy to see and easy to access. So yeah, you may decide that you're going to do this cleanup. And again, maybe like a cleanup of your image in some way, just cleaning out the cobwebs, maybe even getting rid of clothes that, are moth-eaten or got holes in or just no longer fit the vibe anymore. So yeah, definitely like a cleaning up of your space, your energy, your appearance. And we have extreme, okay? So maybe these are extreme cleanings or extreme changes. I do feel that some of these are quite intense, to be honest. It does feel like there's a lot of big changes happening for you. So yeah, these aren't just going to be little subtle changes that, little mini tweaks. These feel like big overhauls here for you. Okay, we've got cash flow. So yeah, your cash flow is going to be increasing, which I also feel is going to help aid you in these movements, these travels, these changes in your job, in your location, in your relationships. We've got healthy. So yeah, you're going to be getting nice and healthy as well this year. Okay, so doing whatever it takes to find that balance within your physical health, your mental health, your emotional health. So you're definitely going to be in a much healthier place collectively. Okay, so we've got trying too hard, grief and loss, Lust, oh my God, intellectual conversations. What did I say from the very beginning? Intellectual conversations. You are definitely going to be having plenty of those. Okay, that's very, very strong, this message for you. A lot of intellectual conversations. The trying too hard, I don't feel like, I mean, it might be at times you might feel like you try too hard and then you have to pull it back. Okay, you may need to withdraw a little bit, but I'm getting the sense it's not you. I feel like it's other people in your life, because I'm connecting it to the lust here. So it may be that there are these people romantically that are trying too hard to impress you, or that are being maybe too lustful with you at times, and you may decide that you want to pull it back a little bit, that you're not ready for that kind of intensity, especially with everything else that's going on. But I do feel that you're going to enjoy this lustful feeling as well. Okay, especially when it comes to love relationships. But this is also like a lust for life. Like you're really going to have a lot of strong desires this year. Again, that's that energy of red coming through here. You may be drawn to the color red quite a lot this year, but again, red connects to passion, it connects to action. So I feel like this also connects to all of these things you're going to be pushing forwards with. And then we've got grief and loss, which I feel does connect to that 5 of Cups here, but it is in reverse. So again, I feel like this is you releasing the grief and loss that you've already been through. Okay, I don't feel like this year is going to be filled with any more grief and loss, but obviously it's, a collective tarot reading. So, there may be moments of grief and loss at times. That's just life, isn't it? Life has its ebbs and flows. But my overall instinct is telling me that this is something that you are releasing this year. You're letting go of this. This feels overwhelmingly positive, I would say, group 2. So I hope you do feel this has been positive for you as well. Please do feel free to share in the comments if this resonated with you. I'd love to know your thoughts. Please comment a blue emoji if it did, or anything else you wish to share. And by liking the video and subscribing to my channel, it shows your energetic support. So I appreciate you in advance for doing so. And if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, the link to my website is below. I do hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Bye for now. Hi, group 3. So let's take a look at what this year 2025 has in store for you. Okay, so what is going to be happening in this year 2025? What is going to be happening for you? Okay, so we have, the 10th house, authority. Chiron, heal. Trine, sextile and symbiosis. Oh, and then conjunction, alliance. Okay. So the first card here, this 10th house, does connect to career. Okay, it's the energy of Capricorn. So I do feel that career is going to be a big focus for you. That has been a bit of a theme, I would say, today overall. So I feel like it might be a big career year for a lot of people. Okay, and yourself included, group 3. So whether this is leveling up in the career you already have, or whether it's starting a new one, I do feel that there's going to be some form of elevation here. Okay, I do feel like there's something about not starting at the bottom, but like starting from scratch, or starting something new here. So this could be a side hustle, could be a new business, obviously it could be an employed job, but I see you kind of climbing the ladder. Okay, but I feel like this is you making a lot of progress, taking your time though. I don't feel like you're going to rush through this. I feel like you're just going to, take your time, be consistent. Okay. Now, the next strong message I feel is coming through here with conjunction is I see a romantic partner here. Okay. So if you are currently single, I feel like you're going to enter into an official partnership relationship. Okay. Now, if you're already in a relationship, I feel like you will be spending a lot of time with this person. So maybe you even work together. Okay. Maybe you even start a business together. But I feel like this is about you coming together with somebody very, very special. And I feel like there's a lot about people coming through here, a lot of connections, because I'm also seeing here with the trine, I feel like this is also friends. Okay, I feel like you'll be connecting more with groups of friends, because I'm seeing like there's multiple birds here, not even just three. So I feel like there's definitely group scenarios here. You're going to be spending time in groups with multiple different friends, maybe even in different friendship circles. Like you're going to be, diverting your time between one and another. And I feel like it's going to all flow very easy and effortlessly for you. It doesn't feel like there's, so far in what I'm seeing, it doesn't feel like there's a lot of obstacles or challenges, but maybe I'm speaking too soon. I'll of course pull some more cards in a moment and we'll get further clarity, but I'm just getting this kind of easy breezy sense coming through here. It feels soft. It feels like, when you just feel simpatico with somebody, where it's just like, oh, this just works. It flows. Like our conversation just hits right. Like it's not stagnant. It's not like pulling teeth. Like it feels fun. Okay, it feels exciting. It feels also calm at the same time. This is probably the calmest I've felt throughout all these readings today. So I feel like this is going to be quite a nice and peaceful year in many ways for you, okay? Because I also feel here with Chiron, this is the wounded healer. So you will be going through a lot of healing this year. So it may be that you're able to take some downtime, okay? Maybe you feel like you're able to relax a little bit, especially with your elevation through your career. You may feel like maybe you were working really hard in the previous year to reach a certain goal, to reach a height, and then in this year you reach it and you feel like, okay, now I can just enjoy this, enjoy where I am, instead of trying to climb further. You may just be happy being a little bit more still, okay, enjoying the peace, enjoying the stillness, enjoying and reaping the rewards of what you've sown. Now we've got the sixth chakra, okay, which connects directly to your intuition, your third eye. So you're going to be highly intuitive this year as well. You may even go through a spiritual awakening, okay? You're going to be seeing things very clearly. And I feel like this is also what helps you to flow really nicely, because you're following your gut instinct. Okay, it's like you're following the path of serendipity, because we know serendipity means finding something beautiful or something lucky without looking for it. So like you're walking down the street and you find money, but then you retrace your steps after you found the money and you think, you know what, if I didn't leave the house at that moment, if I didn't choose to walk down this street, if all of these things didn't align, my daily routine didn't align for me to walk down this road, I wouldn't have found that money. Okay, that is serendipity at play. And it's your intuition that guides you there. Okay, so I feel like your intuition is going to be like your best friend this year. It's really going to help you in many ways. Now, we do have a broken heart that's come through here. So that's obviously quite a painful energy, but I don't know. I'm just not getting the sense that it's you going through this pain. Now, I can't rule it out, obviously, okay? It may be that you have to heal something from the past still this year. We had that healing card. So maybe in the year before you went through a broken heart. Could be a third party situation that you were involved in, whether you knew or not. Okay, it may be that that's something that came to light, or something that comes to light that you feel you still need to work through. Okay, or it could have been something else that caused you a great deal of pain. Okay, oh my God. Did you see how that just jumped out there? The seventh chakra and the world card. So you are going to be very spiritually connected. You may be connecting with a passed on loved one in this year, more so than usual, okay? I feel like just know you are spiritually protected. You have angels all around you, okay, helping you to heal, helping you to get through certain pains that you've been through, okay? So you may feel a stronger connection to God or to your spirit guides or to the universe this year. Yeah. And I feel like this is what really helps you to heal and get through this. Because without hope, what do we have? Okay, we need to have hope, and having faith in something other than, what is on this earthly plane can be so helpful. Okay, and I feel like it's something that is really going to nurture you. It's going to help you get through any obstacles or challenges that you did face or that you do face moving forwards. Now, it does feel like there's a chapter here that hasn't quite finished, that hasn't closed out with the world in reverse. So again, it might be connected to the healing. So it may be that there's an old wound that is sort of, what's the word? It comes to the surface. Okay. So just to be aware of that. But, please don't take this too verbatim. I don't want this to be any kind of doom and gloom. I just feel like this is something you do need to know, that healing is, it takes time, okay? And you will have your good days and your bad days, okay? But you will get through this. Just know that. And I feel you know what this is. I don't feel like this is a surprise. I don't feel like this is something shocking that's going to happen. I feel like it's something that's already happened, okay? Something that you know about. And it's going to, at times, like I said, it's going to rear its ugly head during the year, okay? You'll have moments where you feel great and moments where you feel not so great, but just lean into your faith, okay? That's, I feel, the biggest piece of guidance coming through for you when you're going through that pain. Okay, but also lean into this partner here, because you've got this very loving, kind, reciprocal energy partner coming through for you this year. Somebody that loves you, somebody that really cares about you, somebody that wants to support you and be your rock to lean upon. Okay, so don't shut them away. Definitely lean into them when you can. Okay, so then we've got appreciation. And we have the temple path. Yeah, so you may feel pulled back into something, just to be aware. And again, I feel like you're meant to know this. This is like your forewarning almost, that there may be something. Again, I've had this a lot today about the past trying to return. So whether it's somebody from the past, or it may even be somebody that's gone through a lot of pain that tries to return, but it feels like it's pulling you in a path that you don't want to go down. Okay, so I feel like you may dip into it for a minute, but I don't feel like you're going to stay there. Okay, I feel like you're going to be more focused on the present, okay, and moving forwards into the future. I don't feel like you're going to let the past suck you back, okay? I feel like this is you in this appreciation for all of the beauty and wonderful things that you have happening to you this year. When it comes to your career and your money, when it comes to your love life, I feel like these are the areas you're going to spend more time focusing on. But also this is self-cultivation, okay? Appreciating yourself, working on self-love, doing the things that make you feel good on the inside. And I feel like it will reflect on the outside as well, because this gives me kind of physical glow-up energy. Okay, I feel like you're going to be connecting more to your feminine in this year, for sure. And then we have action. And I just noticed we've got caring connections on the bottom of the deck as well. So yes, I really feel a caring connection is coming in for you, or it's going to evolve if you're already together. This could be the relationship evolving to the next phase of commitment, okay? Because I also feel like here we've got the white horse and the black horse, and I feel like I'm getting the sense that you're the white horse here and this other person is the black horse. And it's like you may even feel triggered in an avoidant way at times during this year. You may not want to deal with the past. You may not want to deal with your emotions. Okay, but this person here is encouraging you to deal with these emotions and what you're going through. They want to also be there for you, but also they're always by your side, or they're always just behind you. Okay, they're always keeping an eye on you. They're always looking out for your highest good. Okay, so I do feel you're being guided to know that there is this person here that wants good things for you. Okay, and they want to protect you. But they also give you a long reign of freedom, okay? This person doesn't want to stifle you. They don't want to control you. They want you to be free, but they also want you to know that they're always there, okay? Which I think is really lovely. But also I'm getting the sense here that the beginning of the year may be a little bit slower, okay? You may be just taking your time, moving forwards at a slow glacial pace, at the speed that you feel the most comfortable with. But I do feel the year is going to start picking up momentum as you move forwards, okay? And I feel like by the end of the year, things are going to start to move more quickly, okay? Maybe your manifestations are moving more quickly. Maybe your career starts to take leaps and bounds more quickly, or your relationship starts to evolve more quickly, okay? But I feel like this is also you deciding you're going to take action to make improvements in your life, okay? I definitely see a lot of great improvements, but sometimes we need to be still. Sometimes we need to focus inwardly before we're able and ready to take action outwardly. It's like as simple as we need sleep every night. If we don't sleep, then we can't do anything the next day. We don't have any energy to move forwards. So we need to get sleep and rest every single night so we feel prepared and ready for the day ahead. And so you could see this as different periods of your life. There'll be times where you don't feel as energetic, and that's okay. That's your body's way of preparing you for the next phase of your life that's going to be filled with action. So yeah, lean into that. When you feel a little tired or you don't feel like doing a huge amount, that's okay. Just know that there's something bigger around the corner that it's preparing you for. So allow your body to rest when you need to. And just know that the whole year isn't going to be like that. I said about feeling that sense of calm and peace. I do feel definitely the first 3 to 6 months are going to feel more like that. And then the following 3 to 12 months, I feel like it's going to be much more energetic for you. Okay. Because then we have building blocks. So yeah, I feel like this is you building those blocks of your life. Okay. I mean, look, you've built so much already and you're standing on top of them, feeling proud of yourself. Okay, you're definitely going to be, feeling that sense of pride within you for all of the hard work that you've done. It's like slow and consistent, or slow and steady wins the race. And I feel like you have been working slowly but steadily and consistently, and you're starting to reap those rewards in this year 2025. Okay, I feel monetarily as well as in your relationships. I feel like you're building upon your romantic relationship, but also your friendships. Okay, I feel like the bonds of your friendships are going to grow stronger this year as well. Okay, funny. Look, like I was saying, that we've got poised and then building blocks. So, excuse me. So yeah, at the beginning of this year, again, I feel like you're going to be a bit more still. You're going to be resting. Maybe you'll take a little break from work or a holiday, okay? Or maybe you'll go to visit a spa or something, or get a nice massage. You're just going to be focusing on self-care, relaxation. And it's like, yeah, you're poised but ready for what's next. Because yeah, I do feel that there's going to be a lot of movement. Maybe for some of you, you're doing house renovation. Okay, maybe you're building a house from scratch. Okay, or building a business from scratch, or building a relationship from scratch. If you are, like I said, currently single, you may be, meeting this person that you're going to be with, and it's like you're building upon that relationship, building the trust, building on your overall foundation, because you need a strong foundation for the house to sit on, okay, and for the relationship to sit on. So I feel like, yeah, you'll take things nice and slowly to begin with, okay, which is definitely going to be very beneficial for you later on, especially when things start to pick up speed. Oh my God, this card I think it's come out every reading today. So you are letting go of pain. You are letting go of the past. You are letting go of feeling down, feeling hurt, feeling sad or depressed or lonely. Whatever those painful, negative emotions are, you're not going to be feeling these through the year 2025. Not for the majority of it anyway, okay? Of course, like I said, life ebbs and flows. We have our good days and our bad days. But as a whole, I feel like you're processing a lot this year. You're letting go. You're feeling much more free. Because I feel like emotionally, you've been very tied up in things here, in grief and loss and rejection, but not anymore, group 3. Okay, you are releasing that. You are moving forwards now. You are letting go of the past. You are letting go of pain. Beautiful. Interesting, we've got 2 5s coming through here. 5 is the number of change and freedom. Okay, that one just flew out as well. Okay, so we've got the 7 of Swords. And let's just get a couple more here. King of Cups. Oh, interesting. King of Wands. We got two kings. Three kings. King of Pentacles. Wow. Nine of Wands. Okay. And Six of Swords. So there's a lot of masculine energy coming through in your reading today. A lot. You're going to have a lot of men in your life, okay, this year. And if you think about the masculine energy is the action energy, okay? It's rather than the feminine, it's the yin, and it's the introverted energy. So I feel like, especially with everything that's going to be happening, I feel like you're going to have a lot of men around you that are going to be very helpful. So maybe they're helping you to build your business or house, or helping you to build your relationship. Okay, but you may just notice a lot of men are attracted to you this year. And again, it doesn't matter whether you're male or female watching this. You may just feel like you're surrounded by more men than you usually are, or maybe you have been. And I feel like this is what kind of helps to pull you out of that yin feminine energy, especially by the sort of mid to end part of the year, because you may be more in your feminine in the beginning, where again, you're more poised, you're more introverted, introspective. Because here with the Seven of Swords, this can be about not seeing things that clearly. So you may start the year where you don't feel like you see everything as clearly as you could do. But then it's like, I feel like these men are coming in to kind of show you the truth, show you the kind of the rational logic about it at times, okay? Which I feel like is really important, because you're going to have a lovely balance of being connected to your feminine and being dreamy and, you know, wishful about the future. But then it's like the men are coming in this way to kind of help you put these plans into action and making it happen, making your dreams become a reality. And not to say that you need men to make your dreams become a reality. You don't. Of course, you can do what you can, you know, yourself independently. But, you know, you don't also want to be, what's the word? Not hyper independent, but I can't remember the phrase or the word, but where you refuse to ask for anybody's help, okay? Where you feel like you can do everything alone. And again, it's not to say you can't do everything alone, but then you can end up depleted. You can end up, you know, burned out if you don't allow or ask for other people's assistance or guidance, okay? But I don't feel like you're going to be afraid to do that. I feel like this year you're going to allow people in to help you achieve your dreams, to help you with, you know, your long-term goals and short-term goals for the future. Okay, and then we've got the Hierophant, which is Taurus energy. So I feel like this is connected to your possessions, to your money. I feel like you're going to buy something quite expensive this year. Okay, so, you know, whether it's a new handbag, whether it's a new house, whether it's a new car, or I don't know, it could be anything that you feel is luxurious, something, you know, whether it's a designer or it's just something that you feel is really good quality, that you are leveling up in some way. I'm definitely getting that from that Taurus energy. It really feels like a home. Okay, so again, you might be buying a home or renovating a home or moving into a bigger home, okay, or decorating your home with more expensive things, okay? But there's also a lot of higher learning coming through with the Hierophant here, okay? So I feel like there may even be somebody coming in from the past that is meant to teach you a lesson in some way, okay? You're meant to stand strong in your convictions. You're meant to stay focused. I feel like there's like a needy person I'm getting here. Somebody that's like needy of you, needy of your attention. But I feel like, again, that's not going to be the path for you. You may entertain it for a minute. You may feel sorry for them. You may feel like it activates like a people-pleasing energy within you. But I feel like you're going to turn your back on them. And not in a mean way. Like, because I feel like you're somebody that always offers to help other people. You're always there for other people and offering them guidance and assistance. But this year, I feel like you're going to be a little bit more discerning about, you know, who you decide to help. And ultimately, you know that you need to help yourself first before you can help other people. And yeah, I'm just getting like this energy vampire-ness from this person. And I feel like you're just not going to be entertaining them or giving them the time of day, okay? Because you feel like they just try to drain the life out of you. And I feel like, yeah, you're not going to be interested. You're going to be very focused, fixated on, you know, what you want and what you need, focusing on your own healing, focusing on achieving your goals, building your life the way that you want it. Okay. But yeah, I mean, like I said, we've got lots of masculine energy coming through here. I feel like They're coming through in different ways though. Like there's one that's coming through maybe that's a little emotionally distant or unavailable. One that can be, I don't know, I'm getting a hot temper from that King of Wands reverse. Somebody that's got a bit of a hot temper, that gets very irate very quickly. Then one that seems much more stable, more grounded, more supportive, and, you know, financially supportive, and yeah, very grounded in their energy. And I feel like you're going to be more connected to that person than these two. So they may come into your life, you may entertain them briefly, but I feel like this is the one you'll either settle down with if this is the romantic partner, or it's the one that you will decide, you know, this is the one that I relate to the most. This is the one that makes me feel, you know, in that action card, that makes me feel like this is the protective one. This is the one that actually cares about my well-being. This is the one that actually, I don't know if you can see it, I think the light's shining on it. There it is. Yeah, so this is the, I feel like, yeah, this King of Coins is this black horse here. I feel like these other males, like I said, they may come and go. Okay, they may come in, they may leave, you may kick them out, you may, you know, like I said, entertain them for a little bit, but the one that's going to stay is this King of Coins. So again, could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or somebody that you work with, or that, again, is, they're just there for you. This person is there for you. Okay, they're solid. You know, they're not flighty. They're not emotionally avoidant. They are present. Okay. You know, they can be quite stern. I feel they can be quite blunt at times, but I feel like this is something you need. It's like you need that really strong character that you can lean on, like, you know, like a big tree that you can just lean upon. Okay, like these ones I feel like are like, I just heard weeds. They kind of just like blow in the wind, or that, you know, some weeds, they just don't give up and they just won't sort of die off. So you may have to sort of, I don't know, put some weed killer on them or something. Oh, that's not a great analogy, is it? But you know what I'm saying. Some I feel like are just going to blow over in the wind. Some are just going to try to wrap around you or wrap around other plants and strangle the others. You know, like, again, it's like that energy vampire-ness I keep getting. But yeah, I just don't feel like you're going to entertain them. I feel like you're going to be more focused on this person here, okay? Because this person makes you feel safe, ultimately. They make you feel secure. They make you feel that you can trust them, because this person earns your trust over time with the actions that they take. These ones maybe are a bit more like words. You know, they say all the right things. They may give false promises. But this one here, not at all. This person is like, you know, their actions align with their words. Okay, so let's take a look at some fishbowl messages now for you. Okay. So we have positive results. So yeah, you are going to achieve a lot of positive results this year. Okay, you're going to feel like the things that you do, again, the action you're taking, will have positive results from it, which is always great to see, isn't it? We've got detached. So yeah, I feel like you'll also be detached from the outcome of things. Maybe you'll also be a little more emotionally detached by the end of the year, okay? I don't feel like you're going to be feeling quite so sensitive as maybe you do right now or at the beginning of the year. I feel like you're going to be able to, review your focus, change your focus. So we've got the first house. So this connects to your head and the physical body. So maybe you're making some kind of change to your face, okay? This could be cosmetic surgery, no judgment. It could be something aesthetic. It could be something connected to, you know, training in the gym or a sport. You know, you could be focused on your physical body and your overall health. We've got overstimulated. Okay, so yeah, maybe at times you do feel a little overstimulated. So this may be why as well you feel like you need to sort of take a step back and relax a little bit. Okay, and maybe, like I said, there's going to be a lot of things to do by the end of this year. So yeah, embrace the quiet time, embrace when things are quiet, because it definitely won't stay for that long. We've got missed opportunity. So I feel like this is one of these males coming through here. I feel like it's one of them that's going to feel that they missed an opportunity with you. I feel like you have a past, a history with at least one of them, maybe even two. And they're going to feel that they missed the opportunity to really be with you because they couldn't be really present. They couldn't be honest. They couldn't be grounded and safe. So they're missing that opportunity. Okay, so we've got keep fighting, speak your truth, and manifesting generator. So you could be a manifesting generator in human design in your aura profile type, but you may also be connecting with manifesting generators. So which connects directly to speaking up, speaking your truth, because manifestors and manifesting generators always have that defined throat, okay? And the throat is activated. Okay, so I feel like speaking is going to be very important for you this year. You speaking up, again, I feel like you're going to be quite blunt at points this year. I don't feel like you're going to be taking any prisoners. If you've been a people pleaser or you've always appeased people, you've always, just said things that would help you to, I don't know, get out of a situation, even if that meant lying or just saying something to make them feel better. I just don't feel like you're going to be playing ball in that way this year, group 3. I feel like you're just going to be telling it like it is, and it's like a like it or lump it situation. That's the energy that I see for you. And I feel like you're going to really appreciate this with this person here, this relationship that I see with this King of Coins. Okay, you're going to appreciate the honesty within this relationship, and they're also going to really appreciate your honesty. Okay, I feel like that's something that makes them fall more and more in love with you, that makes them feel more connected to you, that you can really speak up. Okay, your confidence in your speaking is going to build. Maybe you're even going to do some sort of public speech. Okay, you might be speaking in public or something. So that could be something that you actually end up doing this year. Whether you might be thinking, oh my God, no, I would never do that. But sometimes it's our biggest fears that can give the greatest rewards and help us to evolve. So it may be something that actually helps you in some way. Okay. But obviously that won't be for everybody, but for some of you, I do feel like that could be the case. But as a whole, I just feel like you're going to be speaking your truth to yourself as well. Okay, you're going to keep fighting for what you want. Okay, you're going to stick up for yourself. You're going to stand up for yourself. You're not going to let anybody bulldoze over you. Okay, this is not the year for that. This is the year for you to stand strong in your convictions, in your truth, in your integrity. Okay, and you're going to keep fighting for what you desire in your life. So this is what I see for you, group number 3. I really do hope it resonates with you. If it does, please comment a yellow heart emoji or anything else you wish to share. I would love to know your thoughts on this. And by liking the video and subscribing to my channel, it really shows your energetic support. So thank you so much in advance. And if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, the link to my website is below. I do hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Bye for now.